Hello YouTube friends, it's Chim here with Nature Lover. I just wanted to share with you some of my Hoya collection that I have here. Most of them are pretty common. This one you don't hardly see at the nursery or your local Home Depot or Lowe's. All right, let's get started. I figure I'm going to start here and then kind of work my way up here. All right, so sorry about the lighting. So this guy here was purchased at the Encinita garden. He did not do, there's no new growth on him because I think, I'm not sure. I just haven't had any growth on him. I heard from somebody watching also somebody's YouTube that if this is cut off right here, usually it won't give you a new leaf or shoot or something. But you know what? I'm fine with it just being like this because I do love the foliage on this. This is probably the thickest leaf I've seen on a Hoya. I don't do much with them. Well, let's start from the beginning. When I first started collecting Hoyas, I didn't have much experience with them. I tend to overwater, and of course, this guy here, if you watch one of my earlier videos, he came from a giant plant that I killed, and I'm so sad that I killed it. I mean, it was a big plant. I believe I did a video of, hey, help me, my Hoya is dying or something like that. And right before the big mother plant died, I took a cutting and threw these cuttings into a Ziploc bag with a little water, and I just left it in there. And I've noticed a couple weeks later that it started to shoot out some roots. So I potted in here, and I think it's better than the mother plant, but please check out that video. I mean, it was a huge plant. Okay, let's get back to this one. So Hoyas does not like wet feet. What I learned from my experience is that I let it go dry. Not completely dry, but when you lift the pot and it seems a little light, give it a good soak, okay? Make sure the water drains out completely. And that's what I'm doing now since I've gained a little bit experience from the Hoyas that I have here, okay? All right, let's get back to this one. Again, I know you've probably seen him in my other video, but check out the girth on that. He's like solid cardboard, like there's no give here at all on the leaves. And I just love him. I know there's some damage here, but you know what? It hasn't spread. It's just local, and I'm fine with that. Leaving that just the way it is. Just gonna spin this around so you get a good view of him. I know my plants are either a he or a she. It has that, but again, I've wiped it down with neem oil and it hasn't spread. So again, I'm not going to worry too much about it at all. It hasn't, of course, no new growth, but that's perfectly fine. I'm okay with it. And here's the Hoya. I don't know the name of this one. If you guys do know, please leave me a comment down below, all right? This guy, I know if you've seen when I did a unboxing, he was purchased online. He is a Hoya Carrii variegata because of the variegations on the leaves. He is a small little guy compared to the one back there. Since I've got him, he hasn't done much. But again, you know, Hoyas are a slow grower. It takes a while for it to put out new leaves, okay? I'm just going to kind of get in closer so you can just take a look at this beautiful, beautiful green, cream color. And check it out, guys. I know you hear this all the time. Look at the beautiful heart shape. Isn't that gorgeous? Yeah, I love my plants. That one's almost pure white except for some markings. Okay. And again, as you can see, the dirt is extremely dry. So he's going to be needing some water here soon. All right. This one back here, he's a Hoya Carrii, just the regular green color. He was purchased the same time as this at the Ensenada Garden Center. I think it's called Ensenada Botanical Garden. It's beautiful. If you guys live here in San Diego or Ensenada or in Cali, make sure you take a trip out there. It's gorgeous out there. And so this one has, of course, again, it's a slow grower, but I did get, I think, 2 new leaves since I had purchased him. And, you know, he's slow, but as long as there's new roots, it's looking pretty healthy. Check out this. And he was getting so long that I had to put him up on that little bamboo stick just to give him somewhere to climb up onto. I kind of like my plants to trail, but you know, sometimes it's not what I like, it's what the plant wants, right? So he is a pretty big guy and I'm so happy with him. Let's get in a little closer so you can take a look at these leaves. The leaves are dark green with some white speckles in it, okay? This one's probably the prettiest leaf ever. It does have that heart shape, all right? Okay, now let's talk about this guy. He was purchased, I believe, last year from a friend of mine at the swamp meet. It was a huge plant. I think it was like 3 to 4 foot long. It was nice and green and lush. And of course, you know, dumb me, bring it home. I love them so much. I water it, and the leaves are starting to fall off. And I was trying to find some help on YouTube, and I couldn't get any. And actually, one guy said that they're such a finicky plant. This one is a Hoya Shepard. The leaves are very, very narrow, as you can see. They're dark green leaves with narrow leaves here. They kind of remind me, there's another plant that kind of looks similar to this one, another Hoya I meant. But yeah, this one is a Hoya Shepard. I hope I pronounced it correctly. You guys, you know I'm bad with names. Please forgive me. So, yes, he is a cutting from that big plant. And I'm just happy that it's still alive and it hasn't lose any leaves yet. And I'm very grateful. But yeah, he is pretty, very pretty. I keep it again on the dry side. I do miss him quite a bit. I don't know why. I just missed him. I don't know if they need Oop, I just found something on here. I know it's not a bug. It's more like some sticky residue. Okay. So yeah, he's beautiful. I did give him a spritz before I did this video. So okay. Now let's move on. Let's go with this one first. Oh, look. Since we're here, that's the flaming violet Aspesia. It bloomed. But we're talking about Hoyas today. You next time. All right, here's this guy. He is just your regular, pretty common at the store or your local nursery or whatnot. He's just a Hoya carnosa or crinkled Hoya, I believe. I've had him for a while. He did bloom for me, and it's got such beautiful bloom, and not only that, it was scented, so that's even better, right? I just left the leaves on this. This leaf is very hard, firm, just like this guy here. So I'm hoping that he's going to bloom again, because, and he does put off a lot of, I do have some new growth. And he's quite long. Check this out, guy. This was a new leaf. Here's another. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, these are the little flower spikes, right? Those right here. One here. And I broke off one when I was wiping down the leaves. So I'm hoping that it will bloom again. I tend to realize that these crinkled ones tend to get a lot of mealybugs, but you know what? As soon as you see it, wipe it down and keep wiping it down until there's no more. That's what I do. I don't. All right, enough of that one. Okay, this one is my pride and joy. Him. Let's talk about him first. He is, when I got this guy here, he was about this short. I don't know if, let me zoom out. From the top to where my hand stops, that's how small he was. And I just wanted to show you how long he's gotten. From the top. Right, so that's the top. He is the healthiest Hoya ever. He is so easy to take care of. I let it go dry. I give it a good water and soak when it goes almost completely dry. And then I do not do anything to him. And I'm keeping, you know, he hasn't had any mealybugs. I haven't lost any leaves or anything, maybe one or two, but that's pretty normal, right? So that's how he looks on top, but check him out. Look at the leaves. Look at the beautiful leaves. They remind me of little teardrops with white speckles in it. And He's such a beautiful trailer. See how long he is? Sorry, I'm literally on my bed. Trying to give you guys the full scope of the. So from top, that's how long he is now. All the way down. So he's my favorite. And on top of that is this guy. He's your Hoya impacta, or aka Hindu rope. He does have some new growth there on the tip. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, so again, you know, just give it a water when it's dry and leave it or let it be. I can't wait until he has longer tentacles, like as long as this one. Yeah, he's beautiful. So all of my plants, most of them are here in the bedroom. They get the natural indirect light on a west-facing window. And if it gets too hot, I do have blinds and I just kind of close them so it doesn't scorch the leaves. Okay. So I have them kind of like hung or tiered off of each other. Oops. It's me in my pajamas. I'm off today again, yeah. So here's this other guy right here. Next, so he's a Hoya courtesy. AKA Hindu rope. And this guy, he is a Hoya lacunosa. I don't know. Yeah. This one, I'm not sure if I like him or not. I'm just not sure. He does have some yellowing leaves here. Again, it might be I'm watering him too much. I just bought him because he's different. His leaves aren't pretty. The leaves are kind of like rippled. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. There. It is kind of thick, waxy, and fleshy. But you know what? It's got some new growth. So I'm fine with it. But I don't know what type of flower. Oh, by the way, none of these have flowered for me except for this one. Except for him. So that's how that is. I'm going to kind of step away so you can get a view. A horrible view, isn't it? The lighting is awful. All right, so let's do this one. More Hoyas. Okay, so look at that, guys. I know. So my husband put that hook up there for me. And then I hung. Do you see my sensor? Yeah, awesome. Check out this. My husband got me a backpack. All right. You've seen him before. He is a Hoya Australis, I believe. I don't know if you watched the other video, but his leaf has like a lot of fuzz on it. See it? All right, maybe you can see it better that way. But you know what? He's got some new growth. And here's this one. This one, I believe it's called Hoya Public or I don't know. I really don't know the name of this one, but check out this foliage. It's getting closer. It's got a new growth. Okay. Oh, I lied when I said none of my Hoya flowers except for that one. This one, aka Shooting Star Hoya. If you want a Hoya that blooms constantly, guys, it blooms so much that I don't even do a video of it no more because I didn't want to bore you guys. But man, it's already having new flower shoots. You see it? There's a name for it, but just go along with me. I'm kind of an idiot when it comes to name. But yeah, he is a Hoya multiflora shooting star. And guys, he doesn't have, the flowers doesn't have any scent, but my gosh, he blooms all the time. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I love him though. It's got dark green foliage, but the foliage, the leaves, feels waxy, but they're not hard. Like you see how it's really flexible here? See that? The other one is like hard and really firm. But I like him. Check out all the new. See that? 1, 2, 3, 4. He's gonna bloom again. 5, 6. So go out there and get him. And one more. Here's another view from this side. And of course, that's my Hoya Carnosa tricolor, I believe. Look, the new shoots that comes out turns pink. And the leaves are white. I can't wait for this one to bloom. I haven't had any flowers on him yet. You know, I'm just happy that they're growing. You can just enjoy the foliage, right? I think this is the longest video I've done. So I think overall, in total, I have 12 Hoyas. And to be continued. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, leave me a comment. Tell me what an idiot I am with the names. I just enjoy sharing my plants with you all plant lovers out there. Here's another view.